back, legends. I hope you're all fantastic. Today, we're checking out the Digitech TSR 24 multi-effects and reverb. Massive thank you to patron saint of the channel, Mr. Brian Hook, for sending this particular unit over to me to check out. This one kind of reminds me of the Studio Quad and the 2120 in terms of the effects palette. It's a little bit different in the way you can actually create your own effect algorithms and have some control over the routing of blocks. It's also essentially billed as a dedicated stereo reverb processor, first and foremost with the effects as a little bit of an afterthought. So I do want to focus on the reverbs a little bit, but basically let's just dive straight in and I will try to explain things as we go. I don't know if I'll get onto the actual algorithm creation side of things. I will try and get to it. We'll see how we go. We'll get started with my clean sound though. So the unit is bypassed. I'm actually just running through in series because why not? So that's the very first preset on here by default. We can dive into this and edit the parameters in there easily enough. There's these 4 access buttons on here. So this particular preset is using just this gigaverb on here. So if I hit access 1, it's going to give me the front level for the reverb. So I'm guessing like the early reflections. Then we've got reverb size, we've got reverb RT mid, and we've got RT bass on there. If I want to, I can hit the reverb block here and turn it on and off and then get all the individual parameters like the pre-delay. Maybe let's turn the pre-delay up. Notice that you've got dedicated soft buttons for going through different parameters and then increasing or decreasing them. Let's turn up the, what are we going to turn up? The diffusion. Let's do that. We'll go all the way to 10 there. And then there's some stuff like EQ and a few other things like the spread. I think if I come in here, I can bring down the high frequency decay just a little bit, and let's hear this with the clean sound again. So it's a decent enough sounding reverb in there. I just want to surf through some presets to get started. The second preset in here is called Killer Chorus. So it's an 8-voice chorus with, what do we have in here? We've got the 2-tap delay and the noise gate as well. So let's check it out clean and then we will filth it up as always. Very, very interesting. What I want to do here, what have I got as the access switches on here? The delay level. I might bring the delay level down just a little bit on there. 2, we've got the chorus depth. I'm actually going to bring the depth down just a bit. bring it down to like say 4 milliseconds on there. 3 gives me the chorus depth for, oh, one of the other voices on there. That's pretty cool. So what do we have there? Chorus depth and chorus depth. Interesting. Let's hit chorus and take a look at some of the parameters. I'm going to bring the overall level down on this just a little bit. Of course, I want to get something kind of pseudo Yamaha symphonic going on, but I already like the way this sounds. It's pretty rich and soupy. Chorus pre-delay, delay 1. Look at this, delay 2. We've got control over each of the delay voices in this 4-phase chorus. This is awesome. And there's probably 2 choruses in here as well. So very, very nice. Let's have a listen to this now. I like it. Let's go to another preset on here. I'm not going to save that one just yet. We've got this wandering delays, which is basically a pan delay. You've got the chorus and delay into an auto panner on here. Think Lexicon pan delays. The next factory preset, this Fantasia guitar, is probably what a lot of people think of when they think of digital multi-effects. Like, digital multi-effects only do weird stuff like this. So a little bit of a poor man's Eventide thing going on there, but that's kind of fun. That would be really fun with some synth patches in there. Like if you had a basic DX7 style patch without a lot of character, you ran it through that, you would have some really lovely shimmery effects coming out of that. The next one I want to try is this Roto Trends. This one to me would sound great with a Rhodes style patch on keys. So I'm going to go neck humbucker, roll the tone down, and we get this. Next, we've got to hear some pitch detune. This particular factory preset has detune, a 2-tap delay, and reverb. Let's hear it. It's kind of interesting. It's very plasticky sounding, for use of a better term. Stuff like the Eventide stuff or the Sony M7, the DPS M7, which I tried recently, has much more of a kind of more dimensional sound going on with the pitch detune. This is a little bit basic. A really cool thing in the tap delay though is, let's go back to that clean sound. So you can hold the repeats on there. So what I'm gonna do is crank up the delay level over here, and then we can use the delay hold on here. Maybe we'll go for a slightly longer delay. Let's go like 600 milliseconds and 400 milliseconds or something like that. So that'll do. And let's plug in the delay repeat. This is kind of fun and really nice. I want the reverb on as well. I might turn the pitch detune off here. Let's go back to the delay so I can get my parameter that I want, the hold. This would make a lot more sense with like a dedicated foot switch, which you can set up, but I'll just do it manually for now. So there are a few choice selections from the first couple of presets. I want to show you the first kind of bank of reverbs in here because this was billed as a reverb processor first and foremost. Let's hear the medium hall. I'm now running this in parallel 100% wet and blending it with my dry signal. So we'll hear like the basic hall. There's a pretty nice church reverb in here and then a few plates I really like the sound of. That thin plate's pretty cool on distorted guitars. I like the normal plate on the long setting on cleaner guitars on there. Let's do this. Let's try create an algorithm from scratch. So what you have to do is pick a preset, navigate to the overall algorithm layout and then hit add, it then enters edit mode and it gives you this choice to either modify the algorithm or create a new one. So let's create a new one over here and let's add, what should we do? Let's do something super basic. We'll just do a chorus into a delay. Nothing too interesting, but you get the idea from this. So we'll do a chorus and we will add, what chorus will we add? Let's do the dual chorus. Yeah, let's do that one. We can then hit enter. That's added, and then we can hit delay on here and we can add just a basic stereo delay. Let's do stereo delay 1, hit enter on that. So now I've got a dual chorus into a stereo delay. You get the idea here. If you've got more algorithms, you can actually sort which ones go into which and which go to which outputs. That was a big piece of word salad right there. Let's hit exit. And then I think if you hit save, we can automatically connect them up and link them. So we'll auto link that stuff. We'll hit save and we can save it to user algorithm number 1. Let's do that. It's going to save and hopefully I'll have a chorus into a delay happening here. So let's see. If I go chorus, I should be able to edit my chorus. It's on. Let's set the chorus level to 100. The overall delays in here. So this is just going to be a pretty generic chorus into hopefully a stereo delay. What time do I want? Delays at 100. So this is all running 100% wet at the moment. And we'll do, let's just do 600 milliseconds. Let's see if this actually works. It worked. I made a chorused delay in there, which is pretty cool. So because you've got so many blocks in here, this is kind of interesting. Around the time this came out, there weren't a lot of units which offered you this much control. It actually gives you a little bit more control than something like the Studio Quad, which I've tried before. And it kind of reminds me a little bit of the TC GeForce, which I think came out after this. The GeForce gives you a lot more control options, but we're getting there. You can see how you've got your proto Axifex Helix kind of architecture starting to emerge in here, where manufacturers were going, hey, let's let people route stuff where they want to route it. And because you've actually got 2 sets of stereo outs, you could come up with algorithms where you have 2 separate sources coming in mono and they get output as 2 separate stereo sources. So yeah, that's the TSR 24 from Digitech. A very quick look. Again, thank you to the man, the myth, the legend, Mr. Brian Hook, for sending this one out. I'd love to hear from all of you. How did you like the tones in this video? Did you have one of these back in the day? I would also love to hear from you. Let me know how you use it or if you've got one kicking around. I think for the price these go for, this might be a good kind of first rack unit for some people because it gets you into that routing system on there. You don't have to do a lot of menu diving on there. There's buttons for everything. You've got the access buttons. There's MIDI. There's all the usual stuff. The reverbs probably sound the best out of any of the Digitech reverbs I've heard to date. I like it more than the Quad and the 2120, and it's actually a little bit easier to edit on here without having to menu dive. So yeah, that's that. I'm gonna play you all out with some filth in this very basic chorused delay that I made. Hope you all have a fantastic day. If you want to support my channel, there's links in the video description. See you next time.